These two look big again. Hello. Long time no stream. What I'm gonna do the basic daily quests, and then I'll start the story quest. So how you going? Noah?
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
One down. Fucking horses. I'm on my way. I'm doing good and tired a little bit. I've been playing with River today, and he's so happy to see my dad. And when I was at my dad, I picked up at my sister's house. That's cool. Logan's a happy boy, isn't he? That's nice. I'm doing good. Tired a little bit, but I'm fine. Guess what I did that was extremely dumb and extremely painful. I slammed my finger right into the door. Not just any door, a big chunky heavy door. That's like technically our back door. That was fun. Don't exactly know how I did it or why I did it, because why the fuck would you do that? But that was fun. That was like 3 days ago. My finger is still healing. still kind of hurts a bit. Good times. What? Okay, anyway. Last one. What's this one? I think it's just the wolves maybe again. I don't really like them. I like them. They say like that. Where the net? It might be. I think so. Yeah, of course it is. Oh, it's the abyss as well. I've got barbs, so that's good. We have a boar. Don't like getting fucked in the ass.
Damn you!
It's fine. Let me just. It's this okay. Getting the button. Please. Please. Get
Let's dance. Go, Barbara, go. Hi. Oh, ouchie. Hi. La 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 la.
Wait. Nice. Hitman's a fun one. And a goofy one too. It's nice that they stack. I just noticed that. So just picking each individual one that has a lot of drops, you just pick them all up at once. That's nice. Here's another. Gonna get started in a minute. Just finish my belly teams. Ooh, I like this. We like grammar gyms, we love to see it. What's this? What did I just click on? Okay. Why are you still there? Reruns, ooh. After that, another time. Just want to get this going. Look at this Ariana Grande ponytail. We love to see it. Do you like doobie sland? Oh. That'd be nice. Wonder if I will
Guess
do
we can
that.
rest a bit.
Let me look at the 2 days. What's this one? Not that one. Yeah, 2 days. Okay, maybe I'll do that another time. Anyway, I didn't want to do that. I want to do. Oops. Didn't want to do this. Hang on, give me a moment. Okay. Why are you still there? That's really annoying. This is gonna annoy me for the rest of the thing if this is still bubbling like this. For this question thing. I don't know why this is here. You actually want me to go into this? It's not. Oh, here we go. I did. Oh. I'm proud I didn't like to see it. Thank you for bugging me then. I'd like to see that. Anyway. Today when I went to the hairdresser to get a haircut to look nice. And you always look nice. And good for next week because mum and I go to Melbourne. I told my hairdresser about me transgender and she asked me what is my preferred name. She called me by my preferred name. That is absolutely lovely. Wish I had your confidence with like stuff like that, but I feel like it's not all that necessary to tell that. It's just to me, just how my stupid little brain thinks of things. But yeah, that's awesome. I hope you have a really nice time in Melbourne. I need to get my haircut soon, as you can probably see. But yeah, have a nice time. And
I still have
really
a lot
proud
to
of
do
you.
with
Shut
the
up.
guild. How
I'm really
about
proud
you
of
take
you.
a rest while I go back?
Alright, I actually need to do one more thing. Just these two. Just more permanent gems and like money, which is a little amount, but it's something. We'll get started in a minute. Just give me a moment. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, civilians, I killed you all.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Climbing sword is pretty cool though.
Ad Astra.
It's gone. Damn it. Also, money and food, I forgot about that. Alright. Now we're gonna get started. Hello. Certain endings, what are you talking about? What are the endings? What are you talking about? Oh, I can. Okay, I thought I needed 2 for this. Never mind. But I really not gonna do that. I guess I wasn't too bummed because I could have done the other quest, which is sort of what I want to do, but it's fine. Okay. This one. Alright, let's get started. Hello again. Beautiful.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Of course. That's what we're here for.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not
That's
sure
good.
where
No.
exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
I believe I understand.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Time to make some whelps yelp.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abasosk.
We might skip it too. Oh, wait. I wasn't paying attention to what we're doing, but I'll figure it out, maybe.
Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachi Rusato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson!
You said it, Paimon. Let's go!
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Not on my watch. Fucking bitch. Okay. Oh no. That sniper? I don't know why I'm being like this. Dude. Thanks for waiting and not attacking me while I was attacking that person. I appreciate that. Can't kill the main character, can you?
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can
Shit.
take them!
There's ping pong me everywhere. Voice crack.
Damn you!
Oh my lord. Wait. Time out, time out, time out. Okay, I'm back. Before it goes.
Torn to oblivion!
Woo woo woo. Mommy milkers. To the rescue.
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
To the
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
What are you doing here?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes
Well, that's
sense.
nice, I suppose.
You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself? Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous Rift Hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
But the commissions and adventures can deal with monsters.
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Oh,
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All the
Paimon feels
Oh, whoops.
so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you
Team
feel
kinda
invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage.
does it?
Let's
Oh.
follow it. It should be this way.
I see it. Kinda came this way. Do I have to go in the temple? Yeah, okay. Don't know where next. Ooh. Here. There we go.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Move forward.
What's this?
Is someone
Could
injured?
they be dead people?
Oh no.
It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
Hey, welcome to the
What
chat.
happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Welcome to the stream. Maybe.
Run quick while
That'd
you
be
still
better
can.
to say.
The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no
How's it
escaping
going?
them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What exactly happened here?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious.
We came to
and
the
they
worst
will
stream.
devour
It's gonna be really
everything in
boring,
their
so
path.
brace yourself.
Every last trace of
Well,
humanity's
thank you for stopping by.
existence,
I
I tell
appreciate
you.
it.
They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now,
Welcome back,
but
Noah.
they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu.
Thank you for the
There
follow.
is no
I
one left to
appreciate it.
rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
Well, that was ASMR, wasn't it?
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
Is he disappearing? Looks like it.
He's gone.
Paimon can't even
You killed
begin
him.
to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the
that's true.
filth in the ley lines.
I guess that's nice.
After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk
Wonder how long.
and formed
Maybe
a
like
physical
500
entity.
years you've been
An entity formed
his
with
endless
strong
loop
filth
of, like,
would be highly aggressive.
staring at his
But when purified,
mate just dead.
it presents in the form of a memory.
What a
Purified
Bound to
filth
be
quickly
alive.
dissipates
Or
and
dead.
will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
I see.
So the memories
paying
of the
attention.
ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
You mentioned that the Shogun was absent.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time.
Crazy.
Some were local in origin, while others... Others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So,
And it
Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
like was a world war. or something.
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I
Who's she
never had the
again?
chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe
Is that the
that she
wolf
kept her
lady?
promise to me until the very
The bad
last.
lady?
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey,
Is this the loss that Yoimiko mentioned?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So you're no longer stuck in the past?
When I traveled around
Took long
Inazuma
enough.
with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential.
She did have a hard
Everything
time.
far exceeded my
But to
expectations.
deal with that hard time,
Moving
she
forward inevitably invites
shut
further
everybody
loss,
into the world.
but also new encounters. Just think of that
Hello,
soldier.
my money, don't diggle diggle it
Despite
fold.
all the
I love
losses
that
he
name.
had experienced,
How's it
he
going?
still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
But being human
As
is about
Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their
50%
wishes.
of us are all humans, so
Warriors of the past,
it's time
who
to pick a new
spilled your
saying.
blood on this land. Your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Well, yeah.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Yeah. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, she certainly is built different. As in, she a god. I'm still looking. Stop it. Right, okay, we just had a bit of a break. Bit of a... Where are we going? We're going this way? I don't know. There we go. I'm blind. Ooh.
Expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Yeah,
Leave them to me.
titty power. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. 2 follows to that's bigger. Most I've ever gotten. Got 10 followers. Woohoo! It's a milestone. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I know you weren't that powerful, to be honest. Yeah, worth the hype. Oh my god.
There is no escape.
Where am I?
Shine down.
There we go.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Are you feeling okay? Do you hit your head?
Why would you ask that?
Because you're pouting.
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly
Did
concerned.
she not? I
I'm
guess she was
simply
pretty slow with
conserving my
that.
energy. Although I have some
Ah,
understanding of the situation
Conserving
already,
your energy.
it could take an
Pull
unexpected
your
turn
weight.
at any
You're a
time.
god. For
I
God's
must be
sake.
prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area,
What an
I
excuse.
must
Sounds
make
like a
sure I
venti
have the
excuse.
strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun.
Sure.
The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely
Looks
need to tell
exact
the
same.
Ashiro Commission about this.
What are they gonna
Hey.
do?
The same light is leaking out again.
No. Poor soldiers. Oh. It's a blind old man.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Yeah, it kinda does.
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon?
How can
I
you
thought
see?
were off fighting a
Oh, you
battle
probably
in a
heard the
distant
voice.
land.
Okay, okay.
Battle in a distant
So
land.
you are a fraud.
It's like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce
He thought he
Furuyama.
looks like skin and bones.
He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
tea
Though blind,
master. That
Furuyama
sounds
is
legit.
unparalleled in his
He is a
ability
fraud.
to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Let's go along with what he says. Learn more about the past. We're kind of in a bad situation, but yeah, let's just sit and rest.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So
No, you don't.
they have fought their way this far already.
Or do you?
Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless
Kind of a
to
little
me.
bit something
So
child.
I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
How come you're not panicking?
People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
Hashtag no regrets.
The almighty Shogun often speaks
I
to
like
me
this
about
guy.
her dreams over tea. Just listening to her
tea?
stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
That doesn't sound like E at all.
So you see, as bleak as things may be
I guess
now,
not.
I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a no shit.
But I
though.
suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no shit. To see
Everyone
it.
says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then.
Aren't you that way now?
Never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Who's gonna pick it up? Who's gonna tell him?
Can't see a tea set anywhere around
Who's
here.
gonna tell him?
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
We know where to find
I
a tea
couldn't
set.
possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
What, are you gonna fetch it? You gonna find it?
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But, well, okay.
True.
I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set?
Alrighty then.
Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man
Must
from
I tell her?
500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
True that. Okay, I need to heal. And then I think this is like another, like, get the tea set and then heal. Well, Paimon's always sad. She's sad over the littlest thing. She's a child after all. At least that's what we're made to think she is. Yeah. Anyway, let's get the tea, sis.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun.
Ah, and I love
How might I be of
person.
assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be
Okay,
at ease.
calm down.
I'm not here to see
Well,
Commissioner
that was a big
Kamisato.
voice crack.
Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty
Simps.
Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well,
Mega
it's
simp.
not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Was it really you that made that tea master used to serve? Huh?
Right. Paimon wanted to ask
What
that
did
too.
he say?
The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two
Yeah, I don't know.
Raiden Shoguns,
That was
but
weird.
he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Dreams, or in other words, ambitions.
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me.
Yeah,
Now,
pretty well
it seems
complete
like she was
opposites
right,
most of the time.
while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose
True.
what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
It seems more in line with how humans view the world.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But
Yeah,
now,
sure did.
I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set.
Took
This
long
one in
enough.
particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
We've been waiting 500 plus years. Not a second more. What? Okay. For tea. Shit. We're too late.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Wouldn't put it past him. How would he look for
Or
it, though? Really?
Perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
Not gonna be real. It's gonna be
We
imaginary.
didn't even have a chance to say
We will wait
goodbye.
another 500 years, yeah.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of a waste of time, though. You're up, Paimon.
This chance won't come often, and we do
Sure.
have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
Go for it. Yeah.
The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
You don't need to explain it. I understand. You don't need to understand.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the
That's tea at 5
conversation
o'clock.
reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes,
Damn.
she went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me,
Oh, because the
Makoto
Conrad's a
was no
place. I thought it was
martial
like
artist.
an event, like a...
whenever similar
Name of
crises had
it.
arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, The circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening...
Makoto had already.
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed
Rough.
into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It
Damn.
was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried
Alright,
bitterly.
well thank you so much for stopping by. I hope it
Even in
wasn't too
those
boring.
final
Hope you have a good
moments,
lunch.
I couldn't
Yeah,
understand
hope to see you
her
again too.
actions.
You're very lovely.
Why did she go to Conria first?
Have a good one.
And not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue
Yeah.
eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
The Sakura has already been there, hasn't it?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all
Put to good death for
really
that.
hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Simply put, Makoto's power somehow made that tree appear.
Yes,
That's good.
she had such a
that.
great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Seems like you've done a lot of thinking about this already.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person,
Have you seen my sister before?
Sister,
Sister?
I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Seems
based
so.
on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very
Alright,
well.
we're supposed to do this, weren't we?
Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
What? Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll see about if it's the last one. I mean, is it up or down? I don't know. Maybe down is the thing up here. Don't see shit. Oh, there we go. Ooh. You were saying E? There's some more here. Or A. I don't know how you say it. Wow.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
And also hiding.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh, that was intention. Like a... Okay then. Was wondering. So you get frozen is water and ice. And none of that around.
Torn to oblivion.
Malfunction. Oh. What the fuck? Alright, let's see what that's about.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
You don't look too good. Shutting down.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters.
As in, I will deal with the monsters and you'll sit back.
Look, that's the
It's
same
starting
line
again.
again.
Time for another trip down memory lane. Would you like some tea?
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end. Come on,
So you just really just waited there for that? I guess that's pretty sweet of you monsters.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy
Danger's
away
my
from danger,
middle name.
we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Doesn't look too dangerous, they're like waiting.
Is that a
You know?
vision?
It certainly
Shogun,
is.
what is
I know
what
the
is
gods
this?
are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty
You don't have
Shogun
a
is in
fancy
trouble,
outfit, though.
now
You're a
of all
frog.
times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope.
Nobody
Where did it
knew
all go
where
wrong?
your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the
Just
sight of
fight.
you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us
Still
out
waiting.
from the
That's
darkness.
nice.
Everyone on me!
We'll help too!
It's a we'll do all of it.
Huh?
Nani?
Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Okay, okay. Alright, if you insist.
Protect the almighty Shogun!
Who said it's this down? Oh, I have to stay in this little bubble. Okay then.
Time for retribution!
Oops. Can't see. Easy, not dangerous at all. Okay, bye. Yeah.
It seems like their attacks are finally
Okay.
over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought
Sure
phenomenally.
you do.
It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
That wasn't a gulp, but okay. Oh. We have no business disrupting the reality that they are expecting.
Just leave it to us.
I don't know what to say.
Fighting is what we do best. But the
You did a
almighty
great
Shogun
job, I'll
is
tell
the
you that.
only one of us with the power
You're
to
a
change
dead
the
guy.
present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma,
Sure, in the future, right?
we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us,
Not
we
very
will
long.
claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun.
They're gone.
We see that. Was that a promise to them?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines.
True that.
But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
Humans are worthy of your trust.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
Absolutely.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her.
Especially when she froze like that.
Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
What's wrong, eh? Hey.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
We should get you back to the city.
No need. She is calling me.
Who's she?
The time has come.
Oh, shit.
Can you help me walk?
Sure thing.
I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Is this where we're gonna fight
What's
her
in there?
in the big old thing?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Alright, I think it's where we are gonna fight. Okay, I'm gonna heal first. So I think this is where we're gonna fight her. I like to heal. Let go. No? I don't know. We'll
We're
see.
finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Whoa. Spooky. Actually, it did give me kind of a chill.
Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
You alright?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all.
Alright, let's beat your ass. I
This is the place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
What?
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
What do you mean?
Huh?
We should
What
pay
are you
attention.
talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Okay, bye.
Follow me.
Okay.
Where do we go?
What? Perfect. All right. Oh, good. That's my
Dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time?
Where did we get sucked?
Whoa. This place.
Were we sucked? Yeah, this is exactly what it is. Okay. Looks like the place looks like the plane of Euthymia.
Look over there. It's another A.
A?
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait.
What do
Paimon
you
knows
mean?
that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show
I
you
don't
my
even know what
answer.
that means.
We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of
Robert's
consciousness,
taking over the world.
I exist
We predicted
independently of
it.
her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
What did you make, E? You know. I think you've mentioned this. I don't remember that. Is this a system to safeguard against modifications to eternity?
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this.
It's a bit of
It's a
it.
bit extreme. Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
I know, right? Isn't someone who left... Splitting, sorry. Isn't someone who leaves herself to...
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced.
Oh, I hope she's kind of
Though
sucks.
your blade has been
Go back
cleansed of
to
her blood and
the look,
filth,
please.
never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
Fuck. If I remember anything from the battle.
Strike dead!
She teleports to run away. And she finished one of
There
her
is no
things.
escape! Inferior.
Oh, fuck.
Now you shall perish!
Oh, it's a god. Shit.
The eye sweeps the lands!
Oh. What? Oh.
Inferior. Book. Weak. Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Okay. What is music?
Inazuma shines eternal.
I love it. And I hate it. Run.
Strike dead.
No, you.
Shine down. The eye sweeps the lands. There is no escape. Strike dead.
No, you.
This ends to oblivion. Pathetic. Inferior.
She's almost gone. But 17 more faces to go though.
Illusion shattered. The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Thunder.
Oh, fuck.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Cool. So that. Like to see that.
Illusions of destruction.
Different meaning to the word slave. Oh, what the fuck?
There is no escape. Absurd. This world, a fleeting shadow.
Okay.
Thunder.
I need to heal.
Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals.
Could have it with that.
Now you shall perish.
Oh, you suck.
All desire can be broken.
What the fuck? Oh, okay. I wasn't
Shine
supposed to
down.
do that. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed that I cannot remember that.
Thunder. Illusions are but distractions. This world, a fleeting shadow. Thunder.
No, Pete. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Torn to oblivion. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
Okay, so am I supposed to do something, or is it the last time that she heals? So for that.
Illusion shattered!
Shit.
Strike dead!
No, you.
Inazuma shines eternal! The eye sweeps the lands!
I'm fine. Wait till we go.
There is no escape!
Okay.
Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Shine down! Ha!
It's fine.
Torn to oblivion!
Shit.
Inferior. There is no escape! Obey me! Insolent! Thunder! Absurd! Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. Shine down! A fleeting shadow.
Oh fuck.
Illusions are but distractions.
Oh, don't do that. Please.
Shattered.
Oh, nice.
All desire can be broken. Inazuma shines eternal! Euthymia crumbles before...
Have you finally defeated her?
Probably not. On my face, maybe. I angered the beast, maybe.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
You said it. Surely the Shogun isn't invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion.
She built different.
Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
I mean, it's got deployment and like it. What will happen to Inazuma in the meantime?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But can you bear to leave humanity to go alone?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness.
Do I have to
During my
stay
absence,
forever, or...
I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Alright then. I mean, at least we don't have to stay for like a few months, so I mean... She'll be fine, she'll be fine.
Looks like we got kicked out.
For the better.
Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever?
Dookie.
She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
He has no physical body anymore and has to rely on Shogun. But this cannot be the only way.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations.
Need to go to Miko.
What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again.
Not about to leave it just yet. Our work here isn't done.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore.
Need to go to Miko.
Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Okay.
We need to talk to
maybe if we
Miko.
both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
We need to talk to
you're
Miko.
right. Paimon nearly
Miko.
forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Sure, rip that. Oh. Thanks for teleporting me. Thank you. Miko! I'm about to slash her.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Paimon, get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Sheesh.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
This battle's more serious than anything up till now. She rushed into it without thinking.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Well, you've helped us in the past.
Dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
In
Because
what way?
Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
Didn't notice any differences.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Okay.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos.
Yeah, no
Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What?
What?
Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
In your dreams. That did not apply me.
Suit yourself. Worst
Denning.
case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh,
What is it?
Nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way,
Okay, bye.
remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then,
Okay.
the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my
thank
god
you.
in your capable hands. For my
Capable-
sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Okay.
Miko,
Gonna be a long battle.
you better know what you're doing.
We will not fail.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Maybe we'll fail, I don't know. Ooh, that's nice. You better see that.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
You've just been standing there this whole time? For like 5 minutes?
Huh?
Hi, we're back.
How can this be?
Well, we talked to
You
Miko,
have
like
returned.
he insisted.
But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these
This
years?
is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
We're gonna put an end to all this?
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Ooh.
The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consume, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams.
I did nothing, as expected.
You have endured. I will endure forever.
Okay, I just need to learn. I don't need to rush into anything just yet.
Witness the final calamity.
Attack the flower. I don't know what I did. Did I do right?
Perish.
Oh, you.
There is no escape.
Okay.
Inferior. Eternity is in my hands.
Is that so? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay.
Purge all obstacles. Perish. Illusion shattered. Inferior.
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be a slow one because I don't want to die too quickly, so. Whoosh. Oh, it's fine. I guess. Gonna do double. Fuck! Okay, it's fine.
Perish. There is no escape. Inferior. Witness the final calamity. Perish. Inferior.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Why yelling? It's fine. What the fuck?
Eternity is in my hands.
Ooh, he's scared. Oh, yep.
Shine down. Ha. Inferior. Sever.
You scared me. Don't do that shit. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We did that. It's fine.
Purge all obstacles. Witness the final calamity. Illusion shattered. The will I carry within me will
Okay. So it's supposed to stay.
never be eroded nor destroyed. There is no escape. Inferior.
Can't use my cube until it's.
Eternity is in my hands.
Don't know what you're supposed to do there, but alright.
Perish. Shine down. Inferior. Witness the final calamity.
Okay, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
Perish. Illusion shattered. Inferior. Perish. Shine down. Inferior. Ruin follows my blade.
The music keeps resetting. I think I'm taking too long.
Eternity is in my hand.
Okay. I don't know what to do here, so I'm not gonna go near her.
Purge all obstacles. Perish. Illusion shattered. Inferior. Witness the final calamity. Shine down. There is no escape. Purge all obstacles.
It's fine.
Sever. Ruin follows my blade. Perish. There is no escape.
She's good, she's good. I'm not going for it.
Eternity is in my hand.
Is that sick? No, no. What was that achievement for?
Sever.
did it. To forever.
This is the end. You have won.
We got done
I
right.
believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure.
Well, now you're
Yet,
there.
my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant
gaze.
eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade
Who's
that
that?
I
Oh.
inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it
Now
can
they
only
clarify
respond to me
stuff.
with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed.
But
You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future.
Yeah, you're really good.
Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
For realsies?
Hello, A. And greetings,
Hello, A.
those who have come to bear witness.
Wow.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me.
Your lips
Everything
aren't moving.
happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere
Just
that
chilling,
any
Raiden Shogun.
Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
An infinity stone.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really?
Fist bump.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
That was gorgeous.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
Right.
When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw wonderful things inside that place. That time was moving forward and backwards at the same
A
time.
place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power. There's all the explanation. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all.
Without the sacred
Don't know what
Sakura,
happened there.
Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Totally.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Oh, perhaps this is what the Shogun meant by an indecipherable
I
place.
thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome.
What else would I
You
be
too
there?
have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
Bit now.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Makoto was brilliant, but you made a crucial contribution.
I just
to-
planted a seed.
Your will and hers were both indispensable.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
The final act might be a simple one, but getting there was the result of countless efforts coming together. But just because the cause and effect ended up a bit back to front, doesn't mean you shouldn't undervalue the part you
Thank
played.
you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder,
Scared me open up
does
with
that
it.
qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
But already do.
I
What's
am
a
no
Sakuku?
longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be born new opportunities.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hang on. Well, that was beautiful. What was that? Are we done here? That was... No. Looks like we are. I don't know what that is. Is it one of this one? No. We're not gonna do this today, but I'm just wondering what it's meaning, because I don't know what it means. This one? I have no idea. Let me look it up. Genshin. Genshin. Wherefore did the spirits? There's a world quest in the okay, so I have to go to the chamber one. Okay, that's fine. To continue the Archon quest. So what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do the Archon quest today, but because there's a new major update, which is a new country update. And I'm so looking forward to it. Sumeru. It's coming out. I don't exactly know when, but sometime, I don't know. In the next month, maybe. More or less. I don't know. And I like to do Archon Quest, so when it comes out, I can jump straight into Sumeru. So I don't get spoilers right away. But we'll see how that will work out. So I have to do a couple more things before I can continue the Archon Quests. But I am gonna leave it here. Sorry. That was gorgeous and that was fun.
Many challenges still lie ahead
Tiring,
for Inazuma,
scary.
but I am prepared for them.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort. And the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want...
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma, but now I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope.
If the people of the past deserved the god's attention, then so do the people of the...
Indeed. No longer. Many challenges still lie ahead for Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their... It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about...
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories help.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making... Many challenges still lie ahead.
Okay. Anyway, now I'm done. Thank you for stopping by. That was cool that I had 2 new followers and had a nice chat with one of them. And I'm gonna head off. Goodbye.